Hey guys, so we just got out of the movies. We just saw The Batman, and this is basically our straight out of the theater reaction to the movie, what we thought of it, and all of that. I'm actually here with my wife, and funny thing, she does not really care for superhero movies. I haven't asked her what she thought of the movie or anything yet, so I'm gonna hear this uh right off the bat, just like you guys are. But I really enjoyed it. I think it was really good. It was well put together. I love Matt Reeves. I'm a big fan of Matt Reeves, the director. I loved his previous 8 movies. Those are really, really, really good. So I had big expectations going in, and he didn't disappoint. He didn't disappoint at all. I It was really, plot driven. The Riddler was really good. Um, Robert Pattinson, I think, did a really good job. Surprisingly, now I haven't seen him in the movies since Twilight. That's the last time I saw him in the movies, so that's a really long time ago. But he pulled it off. He did a pretty solid job. Um, we're gonna be touching on a few spoilery stuff, so this is officially a spoiler review. But yeah, what did you think?
It was good. At first, I, as always, think, why is Batman always so dark? Like, I can't even really see what's on the
Yeah,
screen.
most of the movie was filmed at night. It was like 90% nighttime, the whole movie.
And I don't do superheroes, so I don't know characters. I know who Batman is. Um, and just going in and not really expecting too much. It was entertaining. I have to give it that.
Well, would you look at that? Heard it here first, guys. But I think the movie also focused on Gotham City a lot. That's not something you see. At least that's not something I've seen in previous Batman movies where the focus is so heavily on the city of Gotham. So that was different. Um, the Riddler. The Riddler.
I love the riddles. The first one
I
was
don't
my
like riddles.
favorite.
I hate riddles because I'm never able to solve riddles. So I'm like, I do not like riddles. But the riddles were good. I
They
wasn't
were
able.
very good. The first one, I mean, I'm
Shit.
glad that Batman was able to like get them right off the bat because I did not want to have to sit through and think and figure it out. When he says, you know, uh, what was this first one? What
Oh,
what do liars do when they
that one
die?
was really good.
That was my favorite.
That one
And it's
was
like
really good.
they lie still. I'm like,
Because when he said it, when
wow.
he said the riddle, I was like, they stopped lying because they're dead. That was my thought, and I'm like, I know that's not
I
it.
had no idea. I wasn't even gonna try. I hate riddles that much. But when he said they lie still, I'm like,
That was
okay,
really
all right.
smart. It was
And
a
then it
really smart
clicked.
riddle.
And after it clicked, I'm like, oh, I get it. I love it. I love it. The rest of them were, they're okay.
There was
Um,
another part in the movie where, and I was like, how did they not know who he is? Because when he came to the, actually, I don't think they ever actually referred to him as Batman in the movie. I
mm-mm.
don't think they did, because he called
Only at
himself
the end
Vengeance.
when Catwoman said the bat and the cat. That was the only
Yeah, that
time.
was the only time that she actually.
I didn't even know that Catwoman was gonna be in it. I don't know any of these actors. I don't know anything. I wasn't even like driving there. I wasn't even sure if it was gonna be some kind of animated movie or not. So yeah, I mean, as I said, I wasn't expecting it to be too entertaining. I don't find these movies to be too entertaining for me, but I saw the cats around her legs and everything.
Oh, here we go with the cats.
Okay, I guess she's a cat lady. Crazy cat woman. And then it clicked when I said that in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. She's putting on her boots. I'm like, is that Catwoman? Um, so, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I love Halle Berry, and
Oh my God! Don't let's please not talk about
I
the Halle Berry
was
Catwoman
just
movie.
like, oh,
That was one of the worst things DC has ever
I
done.
don't
So
care
let's
what
not
you
talk
think
about
about
that.
that. But when I saw her, I was like, man, I wished it was Halle Berry. She
No,
looked pretty
I love Halle Berry. I
close.
don't have any problem with Halle Berry. I'm just talking about the movie
She
itself.
looked pretty close.
That was just awful.
But yeah, what
But
there was very
the
annoying at the end with the
I
Riddler,
think it got. It's the
uh,
movie's 3 hours long, so
which you
I
did not
think.
tell me before,
Well,
and
yeah, I didn't think it would really matter that much, but um, the movie's 3 hours long, and you could kind of start to feel the length of the movie at the last quarter of it. You could kind of start to feel the length of the movie. Like, yeah, this is kind of long. It probably
I
didn't
was starving,
need
so I
to
was
be
feeling
three
it from
hours,
before.
but um, yeah, I think they could have probably shaved like 15 minutes off of it, and it would have been fine.
He could have
But
warned me, or at least let me know that it was going to be that long. I was thinking a typical 2-hour movie, so I had nothing to eat for lunch, and I'm starving.
yeah, we're gonna get some food after this. But there's a part in it where he goes to the club the first time when he goes to the club, and when the guy opens the door, he's in the Batman costume and he says, "Do you know who I am?" And then there's another scene in the movie where he goes to the same club as Bruce Wayne, and when the guy opens the door, he says, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "How? It's the same guy." And I'm like, "How the heck does he
I
not
didn't even
pick up?"
pick up on that.
Yeah, I picked up on
And he
it,
said it twice.
and I was like, "How the hell does he not realize that this is it's the same guy?"
Because
That should have told him right there that it is.
expectations play a big part. If you're not expecting something, even when it's in front of you, you don't see it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but that was I had a little bit of an issue with that. Um, but there were a lot of scenes in the movie, to a lot of scenes that you would normally see in. I've never seen actually in any other Batman movie that I've seen. I've never seen Batman. This might seem like a really silly thing, but I've never seen Batman's boot in
Oh my god,
any
those scary looking. I hate
in
seeing those.
any
They're-
of the previous movies. I've never seen them feature or focus on his boots,
I
and they
loved it.
did. And I think some of the I think
His
some of
outfit was real nice.
it was cool. It was really cool. It had some really iconic scenes, I would think,
Yeah.
and you actually got to see Batman be the detective. You know, that's kind of, you know, Batman's
That's
thing.
probably why I loved it this time. It
You
wasn't
got to see him be a
focused too much
detective,
on superheroes and
and
everything.
he got to think and use his brain and figure stuff out, and you kind of got to see the progression of that as the movie went along. But overall, it was good. It was really good.
I got over the dark theme of it, pretty fast. And
It's not for kids. That's one thing I would want to say too. It's violent. It's violent. I wouldn't recommend for kids, not for kids at
yeah.
all.
But as you were talking about his boots, that scene came back where the the penguin, he flipped. He's driving in his car, he's racing, and he felt like he was victorious.
That scene was actually in the trailer, and I loved that scene.
When it flipped was in the trailer,
and it was showing him like he was
when
walking
he was
up.
walking, and he had the fire in the background.
Yeah,
his cape is blowing,
that was a really cool
and it
scene.
might just be so cliche, to have the cape blowing in the wind, but I loved it. Yeah. I'm just trying to do a quick mental recap of it.
But yeah, it was awesome. It was really good. I don't know quite where I'd rank it yet among all the other Batman movies. I'm not sure where. I'd have to see another time to be able to rank it. But yeah, it's a definite, go for me.
What they
8
call
out
it,
of
the
10.
Batmobile.
Yeah.
There wasn't too much focus on the Batmobile.
Yeah, you didn't see a lot. I think there's like
cool.
one really, and you see that scene in the trailer. The chase
penguin.
scene. Yeah, the chase scene. That's the only real scene with the Batmobile. I'm sorry. You never actually get to see inside of it.
There was no big hype about it, and I actually like that, because one thing I knew about Batman is like, oh, Batman, Batmobile, and it was not the cliche, oh, you're gonna watch a Batman movie, you're expecting, to see certain things. I was like, oh, is Robin gonna be Batman and Robin? You expect to see these certain themes or characters, and that wasn't there. It was, as you said, just more like a detective movie,
Yeah, it
and
was very much story driven.
a lot
Um,
a lot of
it had good action in
politics.
it as well.
A lot of politics that left me
Yeah.
kind of confused, and because I'm not familiar with the names. But yeah, it had a very good storyline, and like I said, that the Riddler was really good with his riddles. Except for that last scene where he started singing and he was going crazy.
I want to see it again to find out. There was someone else in the cell with him. Um, at the end of the movie, and
Alluding to part two.
I'm sure they're gonna have a sequel. But I was wondering at first if it was Two-Face, and then when he started laughing, I was like, is it the Joker? So I don't really know. For sure, I'm definitely gonna have to see it again to see if I
It
can
would make more
figure out who
sense
it is.
because he was doing a riddle. He also did a riddle.
I
And
mean,
it would
because
make more
I think he was just playing on the fact that he knows he's the Riddler, so he was just kind of playing into that. But
I don't know.
yeah, we'll see, we'll find out. But yeah, guys, so love the movie, awesome, 8 out of 10 for me. How would you score it?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the 8 out of 10 for her as well.
You
But
can't
yeah,
rate mine.
loved it. You guys should definitely go out and see it. And yeah, that's our review of the Batman. And
So we actually forgot to talk about the Penguin. Um, I don't know, because he was like one of the best parts of the movie. I think Colin Farrell did a really good job um, with that character. I think he really did a good job. It's crazy to think that he was covered up in all that makeup, but I really love this performance. Colin Farrell is a really good actor. He just he doesn't. I don't think he gets enough credit for the roles that he does, but I think he's a phenomenal actor, and he definitely proved that in this role. I think the Penguin had a big, pretty, substantial role in the movie, and at the end of the movie, they kind of set him up to become like the next big boss in Gotham. So we'll see how that goes. I know they're doing an HBO Max series on the movie, so based off of the movie. So we'll see how that goes. But there's this one scene where he gets arrested by Commissioner. Well, he's not Commissioner Gordon yet, but Detective Gordon, I think, and Batman, and his hands are cuffed and his feet are cuffed, and they leave him cuffed and drive away. And he's like, "You guys can't leave me like this." And he's walking. I know this was done purposefully. He's literally walking like a penguin towards them to try to get them to take the cuffs off. And because his legs are cuffed, he's kind of literally walking like a penguin. They don't call him Penguin in the movie, just like no one really refers to the Batman as the Batman. He's called Vengeance, and he refers to himself as Vengeance. But but yeah, the Penguin was a really good part of the movie, and I'm looking forward to that HBO Max series. I can't wait. I'm not sure when it's coming out. I know I heard that I think it was delayed. I'm not sure, but I'm really looking forward to that. I just wanted to add it in.
we'll catch you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe, and more reviews to come.
See you later.